The other videos that I've made on Stray were about things that I thought could be changed to improve the player's gameplay satisfaction. You could view those videos as negative, but I'm like a lot of other people. The things that I view as negative about a game and that could be improved on are easier to talk about than the things that are positive. What I can say about Stray that is positive is that its art design is consistently great throughout the game. There's nothing that feels like it's out of place, and there's no section that stands out as this doesn't feel right or that it shouldn't be here. Everything is cohesive and generally looks really good. It all fits super well with the story. The story is another thing that the game deserves praise on. It's a simple concept, but it hits those emotional highs and lows that you look for within a game's story. The lows of getting separated from your family and losing the new friend that you've had this incredible journey with, and the highs of helping a people rediscover what they had lost and getting the chance to reunite with your family. It brings the game to a great and satisfying emotional conclusion, even if the gameplay isn't that satisfying at the end. Another thing that Blue 12 Studios did very well with Stray was their level design. Just like the art design, it feels super cohesive and so well done, especially in the linear platforming areas. I'm not really a fan of how busy and how many things and how much there was to really explore in the slums and Midtown, but they still had really good cohesive level design. I like Stray as a concept and as a game, but I don't think it's one of those games that will stick in my head. Yes, I look forward to playing the sequel if they do make another one, but it doesn't really have those moments that will stick with me and are burned into my memory. Sure, the moments are sad, but they're not like the beginning of Last of Us or Dom's death in Gears 3 or the beginning of Ori and the Blind Forest. All of those moments are made to tear your heart out, and they make it so they're always stuck in your memory. But for me at least, Stray doesn't really have those moments. Yeah, the last cutscene is a tearjerker, but for me it isn't something that's going to stick with me like those other games that I mentioned. It was a, this is sad moment, but it felt fleeting. I had a slight emotional connection to B12, but I wasn't that connected to him as a character. This didn't affect me as much as those other games did when I played through it and watched it. Maybe it was because of my disappointment with the ending gameplay that I was kind of checked out. Actually, no, it's because I wasn't expecting that to be the ending. So I hadn't fully emotionally invested in the moment. I'm not saying that the ending is bad or that it's a bad moment. It just isn't going to be something where I'm like, hey, remember how sad it was when this happened to B12 in Stray? It's not going to be something I bring up in a conversation about sad moments in video games. The other ones will, because like I said, this moment is sad, but is it really that memorable? If you say, do you remember the ending of Stray in 6 to 8 months? If you ask me that, I'll probably like slightly remember it, but it's not going to be stuck in there. And I'm starting to ramble again. You know what? I'm just going to wrap up this video and my coverage of Stray by saying this. The game is very good. Like with most games, there are problems with it, at least in my eyes, but they're not as bad as the problems with the next game that I'm going to cover. The next 10-hour impressions, along with 3 videos after it, will be covering Industria. And oh boy, do I have some shit to say about that. So, I'm just saying, I suggest maybe hitting that subscribe button if you want to hear someone go off on a raving rant about a game that's meh. I should say that's meh to bad. But that's all I'm going to say about it right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a royal day, and I will talk to you soon.